Most fat burners are either dangerous or useless, but 3 compounds actually work with your changing hormones instead of against them. They are the only 3 compounds that work with your changing hormones to finally turn your body into a fat-burning engine again. We're going to break down the exact protocols for all 3, but stick around until the end because the 3rd compound is the most powerful one. It's the only way to safely spark your metabolism back to life, even when you're sitting still. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from, your age, and what the biggest problem you're facing during this period. We're reading and replying to every single comment with personalized tips and advice. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. The Satiety Manager, soluble fiber. Menopause makes you hungrier. You're not imagining it. When estrogen drops, your body produces more ghrelin, the hormone that signals hunger. It's that nagging, constant voice in your head that tells you you're still hungry, even right after a meal. Your body is literally sending stronger appetite signals than it did before. Soluble fiber is the first tool that fixes this. When you take it with water, it forms a thick gel in your stomach. This gel slows down how fast food leaves your stomach, which keeps you feeling full for hours. It doesn't burn fat, it just makes it easier to eat less without feeling like you're starving. The 2 types that actually work are glucomannan and psyllium. One of these is so powerful, it absorbs more water and expands more than almost any other fiber on the planet. That's glucomannan. It comes from the konjac root and is one of the most viscous fibers available. Psyllium comes from the seeds of the Plantago ovata plant. It's gentler on your digestive system and easier to find in most stores. Here's your exact protocol. First, the water part is not optional. If you take fiber without enough liquid, it can swell in your throat and cause choking. It can also form a blockage in your intestines. This is the mistake that sends people to the emergency room. Always use plenty of water. Take 3 to 4 grams of glucomannan or 5 to 10 grams of psyllium 30 minutes before your largest meal. Mix it with at least 8 ounces of water. Drink it immediately, then drink another 8 ounces of plain water right after. You can buy glucomannan or psyllium as capsules or powder. Capsules are convenient, but you still need to drink a full glass of water with them. Powder mixes into water or smoothies and gives you more control over the dose. Your real-world application looks like this. If your biggest meal is dinner, take your fiber at 5:30, mix the powder into a glass of water, drink it, then drink another glass. By the time you sit down to eat at 6, the gel is already forming in your stomach. You'll eat less without trying. What to expect in the first week? Your digestive system will adjust. You might feel bloated or gassy for the first few days. This is normal. Your gut bacteria are feeding on the fiber, which produces gas as a byproduct. Start with a smaller dose if you're sensitive, then work your way up over a week. By day 5 or 6, the fullness effect kicks in. You'll notice you're satisfied with smaller portions. You'll stop thinking about snacks an hour after eating. This is the compound working exactly as it should, making calorie control effortless and leading to modest but consistent weight loss. But even if you manage your hunger perfectly, your body is still actively destroying the tissue that keeps your metabolism running. That's the second problem you need to fix. The muscle protector, protein. Menopause doesn't just slow your metabolism. It unleashes a metabolic fief that actively destroys the tissue that keeps your engine running. You lose muscle mass. Muscle burns calories even when you're sitting still. Fat doesn't. The more muscle you lose, the fewer calories you burn at rest, and the easier it becomes to gain weight. Protein is the second tool that stops this. It does 3 things. First, it has the highest thermic effect of food. Your body burns 20 to 30% of the calories in protein just digesting it. If you eat 100 calories of protein, your body uses 20 to 30 of those calories, breaking it down. Compare that to carbs, where your body only burns 5 to 10%, or fat, where it burns 0 to 3%. Second, protein is the most filling macronutrient. It keeps you full longer than carbs or fat. Studies show that people who eat high-protein breakfasts consume fewer calories for the rest of the day without even trying. The satiety effect is automatic. Third, protein protects your muscle mass when you're losing weight. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body will break down tissue for energy. If you're not eating enough protein, it breaks down muscle. If you are eating enough protein, it prioritizes fat instead. This keeps your metabolism from crashing. Your minimum daily target is 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's 120 to 150 grams of protein per day. This is a higher target than you might be used to, but for women in menopause, it is the non-negotiable minimum required to preserve your lean muscle and keep your metabolism from crashing. Here's your meal-by-meal breakdown. Aim for 30 to 40 grams of protein at each main meal. Breakfast, 3 eggs and a cup of Greek yogurt gets you 35 grams. Lunch, a 6-ounce chicken breast gets you 40 grams. Dinner, a palm-sized piece of salmon gets you 35 grams. That's 110 grams without even trying. Protein powder versus whole food, both work. Whole food is better because it contains other nutrients and keeps you fuller. But if you're struggling to hit your target, a protein shake is a fast, convenient option. Use whey or casein if you tolerate dairy. Use pea or hemp protein if you don't. The timing factor matters more than you think. Your body can only use about 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal to build muscle. If you eat 100 grams at dinner and nothing at breakfast, you're wasting most of it. Spread your protein across 3 or 4 meals for maximum muscle protection. There's one specific meal where most women fail to hit their protein target, and it's the one that determines your hunger for the rest of the day. That meal is breakfast. Most women eat 10 to 15 grams at breakfast, then load up at dinner. Flip that. Start your day with 30 grams. It sets your satiety hormones in the right direction and keeps you full until lunch. And once you've protected your muscle, you need to give your metabolism a boost. The third compound is the only way to do it safely, but the timing is critical. Take it wrong and you'll be lying awake all night. The perfect time window for maximum fat burning without the insomnia is coming up next.
Menopause slows your metabolism. When estrogen drops, your body burns fewer calories at rest. This isn't something you can fix permanently, but you can give it a temporary boost. Caffeine is the third tool. It stimulates your central nervous system, which increases your metabolic rate for a few hours. Studies show it can boost calorie burning by 3 to 11%. That's not huge, but it adds up. If you normally burn 1,500 calories at rest, caffeine might push that to 1,650. The effect is temporary. Your body adapts to caffeine if you use it every day at high doses. The metabolic boost fades. This is why people who drink 5 cups of coffee daily don't see any fat loss benefit. Their bodies have built a tolerance. EGCG is where this gets interesting. It's a catechin found in green tea. On its own, EGCG doesn't do much, but when you combine it with caffeine, something changes. What exactly is EGCG doing? It's blocking a specific enzyme in your body, a gatekeeper that normally shuts down the fat-burning process. That enzyme breaks down norepinephrine, a hormone that signals your fat cells to release stored fat. By inhibiting this enzyme, EGCG keeps norepinephrine active. When norepinephrine stays active longer, your body keeps burning fat instead of shutting the process down. This means EGCG is essentially disabling the kill switch your body uses to stop fat burning. When combined with caffeine, you get a longer, more sustained fat burning window. This is why green tea and caffeine together work better than either one alone. The research shows a small but consistent effect when they're combined. Alone, they're weak. Together, they create a synergy. Your safe dosing window is up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. That's about 4 cups of coffee or 8 cups of green tea. If you're sensitive to caffeine, start with half that amount and see how you feel. Timing matters. If you're exercising, take caffeine 30 to 60 minutes before your workout. It improves performance, which means you burn more calories during the session. If you're not exercising, take it in the morning or early afternoon. Avoid it after 3 p.m. unless you want to lie awake at night. Here's the supplement caution. Drinking green tea is safe. Taking high-dose green tea extract is not. Concentrated EGCG supplements have been linked to rare but serious cases of liver damage, especially when taken on an empty stomach. Stick to brewed green tea or a moderate dose extract with food. Realistic expectations. This combination might burn an extra 50 calories per day. That's 1/10 of a pound of fat per week. It's not a miracle. It's a small edge that adds up over months, not days. But that small, consistent edge is the difference between a stalled metabolism and one that is slowly, safely, and consistently working for you. Before we wrap up, here's what you need to avoid. Yohimbine is banned in most countries for a reason. It causes panic attacks, dangerous blood pressure spikes, and severe anxiety. Stay away from it. Garcinia cambogia has no evidence it works. Multiple studies show it performs no better than a placebo. Worse, high-dose supplements have been linked to liver damage. L-carnitine sounds promising, but your body already makes enough unless you're deficient. Supplementing it does nothing for fat loss in healthy people. So that's the roadmap. You now have the tools to fight back against the hormonal changes that have been working against you. Soluble fiber silences the hunger. Protein protects your energy engine. Caffeine and EGCG give you a small metabolic edge. These aren't magic, but they are the specific tools that work with your hormones instead of against them, finally giving you back control. If you're still struggling with constant hunger, start with soluble fiber today. It's the fastest way to feel the difference. Then layer in protein. Then add the caffeine and EGCG. Your feedback is what drives this channel. The easiest way to give it is with a simple like and a comment. It's my #1 source of motivation, so I appreciate every single one. Thanks for watching.